I do want to ask a very interesting question
Mhm,
because it's no secret I'm a huge Zenescope fan.
mhm.
And what Zenescope is doing, and it's pretty obvious, is that they're building towards a massive event.
Yeah.
And I like to call the theory called critical mass theory, where everything goes into something and then everything explodes out.
Mhm.
And sometimes DC does it really well, sometimes they don't. One of
Mhm.
my favorite things that was critical mass theory in Green Lantern world was Wrath of the First, Rise of the Third Army, and Wrath of the First. I thought was some of the best writing in DC in a long time, and it was going into those things. It was almost like 45 issues of brilliance between the Red Lanterns, the Green Lanterns, all the good Lantern stuff.
Mhm.
Um, fantastic concept. But what is this like for you? Because that's what it seems like, is that we're inching towards what
Yeah,
is a critical mass event. That
pretty
then
much.
everything goes into that and then it shoots out. Because that's what I think. When you're just doing a series and it's a standalone series,
Mhm.
you don't need a critical mass event. You need events to happen. You need
Right.
consequences to happen. But when you have four titles going into something, it's okay that the first issue of Cypher 14 does not lead into that, but the second, third, fourth issue
Mhm.
does need to lead into that.
Yeah.
And there needs to be hints. And so, what is that like to write that? Because,
It's it's fun in a sense, like, because honestly, I already have my arcs. So, and I say that in this instance, like Temple High already have the arcs, like at least the titles for them and a short synopsis of each arc. So I know what's gonna happen in those arcs. And then as I get to them, I'm gonna write each episode synopsis. So I've done that with the universe as a whole. So there are cross-title events. So one of the first cross-title events that we're gonna get to is gonna be called Obsidious. In issue 3, you're gonna find out why it's called Obsidious, but we're gonna get to this first cross-title arc, and that's gonna be like the appetizer, or your water or your beer as you're waiting on the appetizer. And then you're gonna get the next step. There's gonna be another cross-title arc and another cross-title arc. But each story, each issue, each arc is all building to something, and that first cross-title arc is gonna mention it. Is gonna straight out say what's going to happen. I'm not going to tell you all, just because I like people to read, like read it, digest it, come and talk to your friends about it and say, this is what I got from it. I didn't get that. I got this. I want people to debate and talk about my stories. So that first cross title art is going to straight up mention it. It's going to harken back to something that happened in issue 3. It's going to mention in that cross title art, and you're kind of going to know what's on the way, but it's massive. It's gonna explode because everything that happens there is gonna change so much, because there's gonna be so much fallout from it. People are gonna be people aren't gonna be trusted anymore. People are gonna feel like they're stabbed in the back whenever this massive super arc happens.